Alrighty guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. So yesterday a new trailer for the upcoming live action Ahsoka series was released. So I'll be breaking it down and talking about it and whatnot. But there's also some other stuff. There was a new poster which shows us Ahsoka. But it was also revealed that the first two episodes will air on August 23rd. Which beforehand we only thought it was going to be the first episode. But it's nice to have, another 2-episode premiere, which the Star Wars Disney Plus series do that a good bit. But with all that said, let's dive into the trailer, which it starts with stuff with Baylan and Shin attacking that New Republic ship. There's several moments what we saw in the teaser trailer, but we do get new dialogue from Baylan saying, "War is inevitable. One must destroy in order to create." I'm guessing maybe there he's talking to Shin, maybe trying to give her some, trying to teach her maybe. I'm not fully sure. But we then see a scene where he's talking directly to a New Republic officer or something by saying, "We are no Jedi," and then he stabs a dude. I'm not fully sure why they're attacking the New Republic ship. I feel like maybe there's something on the ship, what they need, or maybe they're just doing it to take them out. I'm not sure. But then there's some shots and dialogue we've already heard. But there is one new shot, I think, of I'm assuming it's Ahsoka at the Jedi temple looking place, looking at the wall, and there's like some Jedi iconography or something on the wall. At least I'm assuming that's what it is. But the dialogue we're hearing is of Ahsoka talking about Thrawn's return, which we heard that in the teaser. But we then get shots of Baylan, Shin, and also Morgan Elsbeth at some ruins of some sort, which we see Elsbeth use some magic. At first, she's creating some little blue thingy with her hand. It kind of looks like the galaxy map. I'm not sure. And then she creates this entire blue thingy going over the entirety of the ruins, which we saw that in the teaser trailer, I think, when the scene when Ahsoka is fighting Baylan. I think this is the same area. During that, I thought maybe it could have been some world between worlds thing. But right now I'm thinking it's maybe some sort of map, maybe of where Thrawn is. I'm not fully sure. But there's dialogue from Shin and Baylan. I'm not sure if it is in this exact moment, but Shin is asking what happens, when they do find Thrawn, which Baylan responds by saying, "Power such as you've never dreamed." Once again, I'm not sure if that is the dialogue is coming from an area during that scene at the ruins and whatnot. But then we get a shot of the New Republic fleet, and there's a plane in the background. It has kind of the city light look we get from planets like Coruscant and other city worlds. I don't think it is Coruscant because it's not nearly as big, and I'm not really sure which planet it is, mainly just because of the city light looking stuff. It's only in little patches on the planet, so I really have no clue. But we then get a dialogue from Hera, which she's talking to Mon Mothma and the other senators, which she says, "I've spent most of my life fighting a war. That's why I'm trying to convince you to help me prevent another one." Which I'm definitely interested in this. I'm, definitely interested to get kind of more into the state of the New Republic at this time. Hopefully it's not a small, amount of stuff. Hopefully there's a decent bit of stuff there, kind of diving deeper. I don't expect to see Mon Mothma that much. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the only scene we see Mon Mothma in, but I'm definitely wanting to see kind of the state of the New Republic and whatnot, at least more directly and from more higher up people, because we kind of got it in The Mandalorian, definitely in season 3, but still not in the full scope, I guess. But after this, we see Ahsoka arriving with Hunyang on this New Republic ship, which Hera is kind of greeting them, and then we get dialogue between Hera and Ahsoka, which Hera says, "You and I both know who could help you with this. which Ahsoka responds by saying she's still just as stubborn as ever, which then cuts over to Sabine on Lothal. We see her riding a speeder bike on the Lothal highway thingy, but we get more dialogue between Hera and Ahsoka. This time Ahsoka's on, I'm assuming, her ship, and Hera is a hologram, which Hera says, "I bet your master found you difficult at times," which Ahsoka responds by saying, "Anakin never got to finish my training. I walked away from him, just like I walked away from Sabine," which is nice to kind of get a mention of Anakin. Obviously, there's reports that Hayden Christensen would be returning for the Ahsoka series, so I'm assuming that will be the case. Obviously, they're going to keep that for the series, but I guess Ahsoka might have been training Sabine in the ways of the Force, because after this, we get moments between the two where Sabine says, "You never made things easy for me, Master," which is interesting. I assume Ahsoka is more just training Sabine on how to use a lightsaber more than the Force, because I don't think Sabine is Force sensitive, unless that's going to be some big reveal for this series. But there's more shots of Sabine riding that speeder and having to kind of duck under another vehicle. But we then see Sabine listening to the hologram from Ezra while we see her cut her hair and whatnot and kind of look at her Mandalorian helmet. But Ezra says in the hologram, which is also kind of the first time we're hearing actual stuff from Ezra in this series. I assume we probably won't actually show up in the flesh until later into the season or series. But anyways, he says in the hologram, "As a Jedi, sometimes you have to make the decision no one else can, but I'm counting on you to see this through," which I'm guessing he's talking about the stuff we saw at the end of Rebels. But we then see Ahsoka meeting with Sabine, talking about her haircut and whatnot, and then shots of them in, I'm assuming, the T6 shuttle jumping to hyperspace. But then the rest of the trailer is a lot more quicker shots. There's several shots of Ahsoka fighting that Inquisitor in that industrial looking place. Sabine touching the mural from the end of Rebels, which during those scenes we get dialogue from Ahsoka saying, "Sometimes we have to do what's right, regardless of our personal feelings." And several shots of the T6 shuttle in space fights against, I thinking a ship, we see Shin flying, but there's moments in space, but then they're also kind of on a planet, I think, and there's a big squid creature in the way, which during this moment we see inside the ship, and Ahsoka's wearing different outfit. It has the I think it's the Imperial, but it could be the old Galactic Republic insignia on the shoulder. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm assuming it's Imperial. Kind of looks like a scientist outfit, I guess. I'm not fully sure what's going on there. But we then see a scene where Ahsoka is talking to Sabine, saying, "If we don't stop Thrawn, everything will be in vain," which we then get a shot of Thrawn seeing his face, which is the first time we've gotten a high quality version of that, because they did show it at during Celebration, but that was a exclusive trailer, and it is, I think, the same exact shot, but now we have it in high quality, so that's nice. Which he looks great. He pretty much looks exactly like you would expect him to look, either how you think he looks from the novels, or really how he looks from Rebels. One of the best transitions, I guess, so looking like one of the better transitions from animation to live action, at least for more humanoid alien looking characters, which are usually the harder ones to do. Obviously, in this series, Hera looks great, and obviously Ahsoka does too. But obviously it does help with Thrawn that Lars Mikkelsen, who voiced the character in Rebels, is actually playing him in this live action version also. So, I'd assume the transition is a little more seamless, not like Bo-Katan was. But I am definitely excited to see how Lars Mikkelsen portrays him in live action. But then there's shots of Sabine fighting Shin with lightsabers. Obviously Sabine has Ezra's lightsaber, I assume, but Shin tells Sabine that she has no power, but then there's more shots of the fight between Ahsoka and Baylan, which Baylan tells Ahsoka that Anakin spoke highly of her, which Ahsoka says, "I'm not here to discuss my past," which I do like that response. We already knew from some of the magazine stuff that Baylan was a Jedi during the Clone Wars, but it's nice to kind of hear that now in dialogue in the trailer and whatnot. So I'm definitely interested to see what his story is and whatnot. But then quick shots of Ahsoka escaping that Jedi temple as it's kind of like blowing up. Not sure who's blowing it up, if Ahsoka was, or if Baylan and Shin are, or someone else. I'm not sure. Shots of Sabine with her helmet on, fighting. More shots of Huyang. Hera getting ready to fly the Ghost, which is cool. I think the first time we've gotten a shot of the Ghost in live action, unless some of the shots in the ships earlier were of the Ghost, but this one I know is 100% the Ghost because Hera's in the flying seat, and it looks like the Ghost. But then a lot more action shots, and then it ends with Ahsoka fighting that Inquisitor, which they're doing. The Inquisitor's like spinning the blade, and then Ahsoka's like waiting, and then hits the blade. Hopefully, this series delivers where the Obi-Wan series could not, and we see that Inquisitor use the lightsaber as a helicopter. So yeah, obviously I don't really care if they don't. It is extremely silly, but I love it. But trailer, solid trailer, excites me more for the series, which is only a month and a half away. And I think the trailer kind of, and with the teaser also kind of gives me enough to kind of understand what this show is going to be about, which is right now it's just about finding Thrawn and also Ezra. I don't know if that's gonna be a end of the season thing or mid-season. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. But I'll be doing reviews of all 8 episodes as they air, and maybe more videos outside of that. So yeah, but that's gonna be it for this one. You check out my breakdown I did for the teaser trailer back in April, and eventually, like I said, my reviews and I guess my Mandalorian stuff and everything else to do. But I've been Sarzu, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
War is inevitable. One must destroy in order to create. We are no Jedi.
I started hearing whispers.